Just when I think you couldn't possibly be any dumber, you go and do something like this and totally redeem yourself. CGC, I love you. Woo! Price decreases. Oh my God. I'll never talk bad about you again, CGC. You're the best, saving me an extra $5 on my submissions. I love you. I love you, CGC. I love roses and boxes of chocolates. Don't worry, CGC. I'll tell everybody that I just fell down the stairs. Whoa, swag, that is dark. That is dark. Can we focus up and talk about the news? Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another video with Swaggle Update here. Big news breaking coming out of CGC Comics. We got ourselves some pricing changes. Only this time, for the very first time on the channel, I am happy to report that the pricing changes are going in the direction that everybody wants them to go in, which is actually lower. And so in this video, I'm going to go over this news, talk about why we think that pricing decreases are actually occurring with CGC Comics, and also talk a little bit about the kind of grading wars that it feels like we have going on right now with CGC and CBCS. Perhaps they feel the need to win our business. What a comic book world we are living in today. Next, you're going to tell me that Mary Jane and Peter Parker are going to get back together again. But, of course, before I get into the news, if you guys could like, comment, subscribe, I would appreciate it. Helps support the channel, doing those things. But let us get into this video here today. Now, here we go, folks. Right in front of you. You can see it. The press release from CGC Comics calling all collectors, submit to CGC with only a free membership, save more with a paid membership. Big news, everyone. Certified Guarantee Company is thrilled to announce two major updates that make grading more accessible to collectors. Effective January 24th of 2024, anyone can submit to CGC with a free account, and paid members will now pay less for grading and pressing services. These collector-friendly updates follow similar updates made by the cards in July of 2023, which received an overwhelmingly positive response from the card collecting community. Offering the same submission opportunities to comic book, video game, and home video game collectors continues CGC's initiative to make grading easier and more rewarding. Who would have thought that it would be received well by the card community to have lower prices? That's unbelievable to me. What's changing? Free members can now submit to CGC. Associate and premium members get a 10% discount on CGC grading and pressing. Elite members get a 20% discount on CGC grading and pressing. Our goal is to help as many collectors as possible benefit from our expert grading services, and removing the paid membership requirement is a significant step towards that goal, says Matt Nelson, CGC president. I'm also excited about the new savings for current submitters, which will give them more bang for their buck. CGC is deeply appreciative of the collecting community's patronage and loyalty. The article then goes on to talk about, some of the other little things and nuances and things like that. But here's really what you guys need to know. CGC Comics services and fees. These are the new tiers, the new prices, and the comparisons to what they used to be, frankly. Here you see the modern grading, $25 for free members, $22.50 for associate and premium members, and only $20 for elite member discounts. In the vintage section, you have $40 for free, $36 for associate and premium, $32 for elite members. High value, $85, $76.50 for the associates, and then $68 for the elites here. And the unlimited value, 4% of FMV, now only $100 minimum. This was actually dropped, I think, from $125 or $150. Fair market value, 3.6% for a $90 minimum for the associate and premium members, and 3.2% fair market value for $80 minimum. I mean, that right there is a big, big, big difference for what they were charging before, because, we were at a point when 4% of fair market value was what was being charged for a lot of books. And the minimum, like I said, again, was $150. So if you really think about that, I mean, you have all these people submitting really, really high value, vintage comic books. And frankly, it was getting out of hand for a lot of books within that kind of awkward window where maybe they were, valued right at that $1,000 range or right above that $1,000 range. And to pay 4% and $150 on a comic book that is only worth, $1,800 was really, really clunky and awkward. So it's really exciting to see that CGC actually decrease their prices. I mean, this is unbelievable, guys. I mean, everybody out there was already talking about how I'm sure at some point this year in 2024, we were going to have CGC price increases. I mean, nobody would have been surprised with that, but we actually got the opposite here. Now, the cynical collector in me thinks to myself, well, isn't it convenient that CGC is lowering prices in the wake of this scandal? And frankly, that did probably play a little bit of a role here. I mean, this is obviously a way to win back business to your company. I mean, even if it is done for, their own self-interest, I mean, at the same time, this is good, right? It's a good thing. Like, yeah. Oh, CGC, you're trying to lower prices to win back people. It's like, yeah, they are trying to do that. So what ultimately is wrong with that? I mean, I think that that's a good thing overall. But more interestingly, though, I feel like this is probably something that is more an indication with the current state of submissions that they are getting for their company. I mean, it must be true that given the current state of the market, given the current state of where we are with comics, given the, even before the scandal, the move towards raw books that a lot of collectors have been going towards, I mean, it has to be the case that CGC's submissions have slowed down quite a bit. And in order to increase submissions, well, what do you have to do? You got to lower prices, right? If there's just not as much demand for your services, well, then you got to lower the prices. So this is a very interesting thing that we are actually seeing this both lowering prices from probably and most likely a PR move, but also from an economic reason as well. Now, I thought that this was also very convenient that this thing came out because, here we have CBCS throwing shade to who we have to assume is CGC. And folks, we might just be in the middle of the start of grading wars here. I mean, shout out to CBCS finally stepping up. They're in it to win it now. Apparently, they got the new labels, they got that moxie, they got a little bit of that swagger. They're feeling good about themselves, saying that CBCS cases the choice of true collectors. Now, CBCS, let's have a little bit of a conversation here, okay? True collectors don't grade their comic books. Am I right, guys in the chat? Am I right? But hey, baby steps, baby steps. We still like this anyways. But as you guys can see, CBCS coming out with sort of a new, a little bit of a marketing push. I think this was an email blast, and now they finally posted it on their Instagram. But here they have tamper-evident, built-in security features, collectible, perfection, and much more. You guys can see their bullet points. Tamper-evident seal. You'll need the proportionate strength of a spider to crack these cases open. No tools, no entry. I mean, if that's not a direct nod at what's going on with CGC, I don't know what is. Label lockdown, integrated label, sonic sealed tight with tons of built-in security features to ensure authenticity. Crystal clear champ, clarity that outshines the rest. Your collectibles are spotlight ready. Newton who? Wow. Calling out the Newton rings. Not on our watch. CBCS cases banish Newton rings to the Phantom Zone. Reholder TLC. CBCS has always manually inspected and finalized reholders to confirm accuracy and authenticity. Man, oh man. Notes. Since all books graded 9.6 or lower are loaded with the grader notes, these notes are reviewed before finalizing the reholder. Look at that, guys. CBCS not pulling any of their punches, coming out hot, coming out strong, but CGC counter-punching with lower prices. We got ourselves a ball game here, guys. We got ourselves a slugfest here. I mean, this is a back and forth tennis match. I am really, really excited. And I think ultimately that's probably where I want to end the video with, in the wake of all of this stuff and coming off of the little rant I had about, the whole get over it and move on and stop talking about this stuff and stop complaining and all of that. I mean, let's be honest with ourselves, guys. If the community doesn't voice their opinions and their concerns, then there's no incentive for grading companies to get better. And frankly, if there's no competition amongst the grading companies, then there's no motivation for whatever the grading company that has the monopoly to improve upon their services or to go above and beyond for their customers or to do whatever they need to do to make sure that people still trust them, have faith in them, and want to use them. So really, I look at this as a silver lining. I mean, with all the negative stuff that has occurred, it really feels like this is kind of, put these grading companies like in check a little bit. Like, hey guys, I know you guys have been dominating. I know you guys are making a lot of money, but let's let's run a tighter ship here, okay? And we all got to be happy about this. I mean, this is a good thing overall, right? This is a good thing. Lower prices. That is good. But the prices are also cursed. Ooh, that's bad. But you get your choice of topping. That's good. Okay, I'm not going to do the whole Simpsons reference here. Guys, that's the news. CGC lowering prices. CBCS coming out with mission statements about slab security designed for true collectors. What do you guys think about this? What do you guys think about the news lowering prices? Does this win you back? Does a box of chocolates and some roses make you want to go back to your ex-boyfriend? Well, I think for a lot of collectors, it just might have that effect. Anyways, that's all I have for this video. What do you guys think? Like, comment, subscribe. See you on the next one.